So x is the first. What's the next integer after that in terms of x? Like, how do you go to the next one from this?
X plus 2.
That would be the next even one. We want consecutive.
Oh, uh, 3.
So imagine I mean, pick what's your favorite number? Just pick a number.
11.
Okay. The next number is 12. How do you go from 11 to 12?
Oh, by adding 1.
Okay. How do you get the next one after second?
Plus 2.
Yeah, you add one to the previous one, which is really plus 2. Okay. So now the math operation for sum is we're going to add all three. X plus 1 plus x plus 2 equals 48.
Okay.
Questions on that?
No.
Okay. So we got to combine some like terms here. What is x plus x plus x?
Um. It would be 3x.
Three x's. What is plus 1 plus 2?
3.
All right. Now, what do you do to solve from here? Do you remember?
You multiply or
This is
you
the this is a
subtract.
two-step equation. So you undo addition and subtraction before multiplication and division.
Okay. So subtract 3 from 48, and then that would be 45.
Okay.
And then divide.
What do you divide by?
You divide 3 by 45, which would be 45 divided by 3. 15.
15. Now, 15 is not really kind of the answer. 15 is the first number.
Okay. So it'd be the first x. Yeah.
Okay. So what is the second number?
That uh would it have been, or have we not solved that yet?
We have not. We only know that x is 15. What is the
Okay.
second number?
I
How how
oh
are we how are we representing the second?
16,
16. About the third number?
and then 18.
Nope.
No. 17.
Okay. So consecutive means they increase
Yeah,
steadily.
in order. Okay. So I thought you were adding plus 2 from 16.
That's why I gotta be careful. Like
Yeah.
this is, I mean, you could call them X, Y, and Z, but that's more complicated.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready to do another one?
Yeah.
Okay. Makes one slightly more difficult. All right. This time the sum of three consecutive integers is minus 15. What are you going to call the first integer?
X is first.
Okay. So you can be really um, you can give it a lot of description. You just say this first. How about the next one?
X plus 1,
Good. That's the
and
second.
then X plus 2.
That's the third. So you have
And
x plus 1 plus x plus 2 equals negative 15. Will you try to solve this for us, please?
yeah. Yeah, I have my answer, and it would be. Oh wait, hold on, just a sec.
Yeah, either give me your value of x or all three integers.
So the first one would be -6 for x is the first. X plus 1 would be -7, and then
Try
x
again.
plus 2 would be -8.
Try again on that. You're adding one to a negative number. You're going the other direction.
Oh,
Because the other thing you could do here is sit
oh,
there and add
negative.
your numbers, and you're gonna be like, oh, that's not the right answer.
Yeah. Then it would be -5,
Good. And then
and then -4.
very good. Okay. Okay. You ready to do another one?
Yeah.
All right. So this time we're gonna do the sum of three three consecutive even integers is 156. So the important word that I've added here is that they're now even.
Yeah.
So you, student, specify that x is the first even. It's the first number and it's even. What's the next even number?
2.
Well, 2 is the smallest positive even, but we don't know what x is. So we need the next one. How do we get the next one if we know x? How do we go to 4 from 2?
By adding 2.
Okay, so what should you write here in terms of x?
X plus 2.
X plus 2. Yeah, that's the next even, or the second even. How about the third even?
X plus 4.
Very good. So x plus 2 plus x plus 4 equals 156.
Okay.
Why don't you try solving this for us, please?
So X, the first one would be 50,
Okay.
then 52 for X plus 2,
Okay.
and then X plus 4 would be 54.
Very good. Okay. Let's do one more here. All right. So I'm gonna just grab one of your problems and make a small adjustment to it. So this time we're gonna find three consecutive odd integers, and the sum is 39.
Odd, okay. Okay. Would it be for the first integer? Would it be 105?
Or they're adding up to 39. So just try to think about what you just said. It can't be that large, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay. So
Um,
did you set X as the first one?
well, I got like a decimal, so I don't.
Well, did you set X as your first odd integer?
Yeah,
What's your next odd integer?
I think that's where I messed up. I was doing 1 and 3, so would it be 3?
Well, 3 is an odd integer, but
1,
how do you go from 3 to 5?
2.
So 2 in terms of X, what would it be?
Oh, x plus 2.
Okay, so I feel like you missed the whole part in the beginning here where we talked about that if X is the first even, X plus 2
Yeah,
is the next. If X is the first odd, then X plus 2 is the next odd. You
yeah.
have to know this. This is your responsibility. You got to know this. And then if you just want consecutive ones, you go X plus 1, and X plus 2. Do you have this down in your notes? I mean, I'm going to send it to you, but do you need that? Because that's the whole key to doing these problems. There's no other way to do it.
Okay, I'll write that down.
Okay.
All right, I got him.
Okay. So back to your problem here. If X plus 2 is now the second odd, what is the third odd?
Oh, x plus 4.
X plus, I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
4.
Very good. Okay. So it's just like the previous problem, whether it's three odds or three
Yeah.
evens or two odds or
Okay.
two evens, you're going to use the same thing here. So tell me, um, well, you're going to write x plus 2, x plus 4, and that equals 39.
Yeah, okay. 11 for the first one,
Good.
and then wait, how did we do? You add 2, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, so 13,
Okay. And then for the next one,
15.
there you go. Okay, we're going to move on because we're going to hit some other topics, but if you had some time, maybe it'd be good to try those on your own. Um, okay, so we're going to look at some function problems now. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so first kind of thing that I think of when a student says to me, "Hey, I want to work on functions," is just evaluating functions. Okay, so here's a problem um, on your review. Uh, I'll make one more difficult if you get this right, or we'll talk about how to do these if you're not sure. So could you just calculate maybe f of 3 for the first one? It helps me to gauge what you understand or don't understand.
Uh, okay, so
And it's okay if you don't understand anything. That's why we're doing this.
okay, I'll try it. Okay. Okay, so A would be 4.
Okay, yes, that is correct. How
Okay.
about B? Yeah, why don't you try B?
Negative 26.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Negative 26.
Oh, good. Good, good, good. Okay, so I believe you understand that. Now let me make this slightly more difficult here. Let's say g of x equals 3x squared minus 2x, and I want you to find g of -1.
Okay.
Let me know if you need a little hint here. That
Okay. Would it be 9 plus 2?
it is +2, but you got the order of operations slightly off here. So one of the things that I show students, and I think this will help you, is the variable is actually in parentheses, just the variable. So when you put the -1 in, you're putting it in parentheses. So it's 3 -1 squared minus 2 times -1. Order of operations tells you to do exponents first. You don't multiply first, you do the exponents first. What is -1 squared?
Negative. Oh, it would just be 1.
Okay, and 3 times 1 is
3. All right.
any questions on that before I give you maybe another one to try here?
Yeah, no questions.
Okay, so I tend to just make these a little more difficult because I don't want you just to repeat what we've done. Let's try another. Let's say g of x equals -x squared plus 5x. You want to find g of -1 for us, please?
Uh, 1 plus -5.
Give me your final answer.
1 plus -5.
Right, but I mean, if you gave that to me, I wouldn't know what I wouldn't consider this your final answer because you can combine these.
Oh, -4.
Okay, so let me show you how to properly simplify this. Which do you do first, multiplying or the exponents?
Exponent.
What is -1 to the power of 2?
1.
And then you negate it.
Negate it?
That's a negative out in front, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you don't do that until afterwards. I mean, you can
right.
think of it as -1 if you want, but
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so then that would be -6.
yeah. These are like common test questions that are there to make you feel like you don't know how to do these, but you do. It's just you just need, refresher basically.
Yeah.
Do a couple more here. All right, let's say it's h of x equals 4x minus 2x squared. I want you to find h of -2. And you can always ask questions here. It's not, you're not on an island. I just, I want you to try some on your own here before
Okay.
moving on to new stuff.
-16.
So we got 4 times -2 minus 2 times -2 squared. So that's -8. 2 times 4, -8 minus 8 is -16. Very good. Okay. Any other questions before we move on to slightly more difficult problems here?
No, yeah, I don't have any questions.
Okay. So I saw this one on your review, and it does lead me to think we should briefly looked at it. Um, Sometimes it's not just a number that they want when you're evaluating the function. So g of x equals 7x plus 3. If you believe in what I've been trying to tell you, it's that you should put the variable in parentheses.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
It is somewhat especially helpful in something like this now because when they ask you for g of x plus 2, they're literally saying put x plus 2 right there. They're
Yeah.
saying replace that. So it looks like that 7 times x plus 2 plus 3. Can you try to simplify this for me? I'd like to just see where you're at with some other things here.
Uh, yeah. Wait, hold on. You want me to simplify what?
This right here, this expression.
Oh, okay. Also, when you need to get rid of so when you need to get like rid of an X, do you do that first before doing anything else, or
We're not solving. We're not solving. I think that's one of the things you're missing here. I'm asking you to distribute the 7 inside parentheses. That's kind of why
so
we're doing
it's
this, so I can gauge where your different levels and stuff like this.
7x plus 14 plus 3?
Okay. Keep going. Are there any things that you can combine?
17.
Okay, so
7x
this becomes
plus
7x
17.
plus 17.
Oh, and then divide. Uh,
No, no, that's it. That's it. That's all I'm asking. That's it. Nothing more. We're not solving. We're just simplifying the
expression.
yeah. Okay. So let me we'll come back to this, but let me just ask you to do something real quick here. -3 times 4x minus 2 plus 2x minus 1. I want you to simplify. Notice there's no equal sign. There's no equal sign. You're not solving. Simplifying can mean a lot of things. In this case, it's going to mean to distribute this -3 into everything inside parentheses, which is just the 4x and the -2, and then combine like terms. So
Okay.
give that a try. A little bit more difficult than the last one, but something you should be able to do. We can go over it if needed.
Patches, stop.
Okay.
Patches, stop. Settle down.
Negative 10x plus 5.
Okay, let's take a look here. So -12x plus 6 plus 2x minus 1. I agree with your answer. Very good. Okay. The reason we're doing all that is because I'm going to give you some other functions like this, and you've got to be able to simplify after you substitute in for this. So let's try another one here. Let's say I give you f of x equals -3x plus 1, and I ask you to figure out f of minus 2x minus 5. So I'm asking you to replace x with this. and to simplify.
Six x plus 16, or yeah, 16.
Okay. Yeah, it ends up being 6x plus 16. Good. Okay. Any questions on that before we move on to something else?
No.
Okay. So last thing you kind of talked about is domain and range. And we're going to start with absolute value functions. So the absolute value function has a vertex where it comes in at a V there.
Mm-hmm.
This point right there is called the vertex, and that's the key to the range specifically. The range actually is not very interesting, but I'm sorry, the domain is not very interesting, what the range is. So you have to be able to determine the vertex. Okay. So I'm gonna give you a couple of problems here where I write out something like this, and I tell you that the vertex of this graph is 3 comma 4. I'm gonna give you x plus 2 minus 1. The vertex of this one is minus 2 comma minus 1. Can you tell me, and I'll look real carefully at, what's over here on the left, what's over here on the right, what's over here on the left, what's over here on the right. How did I get 3, 4 from this? How did I get negative 2, negative 1 from this?
Um, because three, the absolute value of -3 would be 3.
Okay, so that works for the first one, but the absolute value of 2 is 2. That doesn't work for that one.
Well, because 2 times -1 would be -2.
Okay, so let me give you another one here. See if we can. Minus 5 plus 2. So this one has a vertex of 5 comma 2.
Um, wouldn't this be the same as the first one? The absolute value of 5 or -5 would just be 5.
Okay, so let's focus in on that second one there. Let's say it's y equals absolute value x plus 3 plus 6. This has a vertex of negative 3 comma 6.
Um, I actually don't know.
Okay, how about the second number in the vertex? Do you notice anything about that?
It's the y.
It's the number here to the outside.
Yeah, it stays the same.
Okay, so now let's try this. But look at this number as negative 3. What number is over here on the right?
That's 3.
Positive 2, negative
Negative
2,
2.
negative 5, positive 5, positive 3, negative 3.
Oh,
You
okay.
notice
So
any
it's just
pattern there?
the opposite.
Yes. And then the number on the right here is,
To stay the same.
yeah. Okay, so I want you to write something in your notes that's going to help you to remember this. It doesn't have to be a mathy, it just needs to be something that you think will help you remember it.
Okay. I'll just. Okay. All right, I wrote that down.
Okay, so I'm going to clear the screen. I'm going to ask you to give me the vertex of something here, okay?
Okay.
All right, can I have the vertex, please, for this?
Okay. 2 and 3.
Good. All right, can you give me the vertex of this one?
4 and -4.
Very good. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit more information to this. Let's say, I haven't been writing it, the number in front here, that number in front when it's not written is 1. If that number in front is positive, it opens up. If it's like -1, it opens down.
So
So this number in front tells you whether it opens up or down.
okay. So for the first one, would it just
It
would
does not affect the vertex. It just tells you whether this thing opens up or down, like whether the graph opens up or down, whether it's a V
oh
up or a V down.
oh
That's it.
okay.
That's it. Okay. And all this is leading to the domain and range, which hopefully we'll get to here. Um, so if I put something like this, um, for absolute value x plus 1 minus 3, give me the vertex and tell me whether this opens up or down.
-1 and -3, and it would go up.
Okay. So
Can I
here's a
like
quick
can I write
question.
that down in my notes?
Yeah, yeah, of course. You let me know when you want me to proceed.
All right, I got that down. Thank you.
Okay. If we make a quick sketch of this, -1, -3 is here and it opens up. Is that okay?
Yeah, it would
We
still
don't
yeah.
need to be accurate with the graph. This is what it kind of looks like this. This doesn't look great, but this is what it is. The domain, the domain is all real numbers, always, no exceptions until otherwise told. Does that sound familiar to you?
Yeah.
Okay. The range depends on whether it opens up or whether it opens down. Now, do you know if you guys are using interval or set builder notation?
None of those sound familiar.
Okay, so set builder would be like greater than or equal to, less than or equal to.
Oh, yeah, so set
Okay.
builder.
All right, so if it opens up, and I'm just going to keep this really simple, this is not mathematically correct. It's y greater than or equal to the y value of the vertex. Vertex. So in your problem, it would be y greater than or equal to the y value of the vertex is -3.
Okay.
If it opens down, it's y less than or equal to the y value of the vertex. Big surprise.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna look at another problem here. Make more sense when we do this. Y equals -2, absolute value x plus 3 plus 5. Can you give me the vertex of this, please?
Well, oh, -3, 5
Good. Does it open up or down?
down.
Opens down. So here's -3, 5 roughly. It opens down. The domain is all real numbers, everything, no big deal. The range is y less than or equal to the y
Five.
value.
5. 5.
Yes. That's it.
All right.
All right. Let's do another one here. Y equals 1/3 absolute value x minus 1 plus 3. What is the vertex?
1, 3.
1, 3. Does it open up or down?
It would open up.
Up. So there's the vertex. What's the range?
The range is y is less than 3.
It opens up though.
Oh, it's
Greater than or
greater
equal.
greater than or equal to 3. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Any questions on that?
Um. Yeah. Can I just? I'm just gonna copy this
Sure. Yeah, why don't
equation.
you do that? We're about to close out anyway.
Okay.